thanks for tuning in. It's Paul from Model Boat Building again. Just to let you know, I'm starting on the next project, boat number 4. The hovercraft is sitting over there, all connected, ready to go. It just needs the final touches of the electronics. I've finally picked up my FlySky FST6 remote control setup. So that's already been tuned into the big ship. The big ship is now finished. If you've been following my vlogs, it's finally done. So I was running that last night, but it's maiden voyage. Hopefully, would have been a beautiful day out there today. But of course, without restrictions, we're still in lockdown in Victoria here, unfortunately. So anyway, put you in the picture. I've decided to do a bunker boat, which is a Philippine boat that travels between Caticlan and Boracay in the Philippines. I've had the pleasure of living in Boracay for a few years. An absolute wonderful place. That was quite a while ago. Also lived in Iloilo and Manila, but it was always a fun place for me, and loved the boats over there. They're a bit rickety-rackety, but they build them very well, and they're amazing how long they do last. Now the one I'm working on now, it travels between, as I said, Caticlan and Boracay, which is this. If any of you have been to the Philippines, you would have been lucky enough to have a trip on one of these, and they're called, pronounced as bunker boats, but it's actually spelt with a B-A, B-A-N-K-A, and you'll see different spellings on the internet of bunker, which is B-U-N-K-A, but it's actually B-A-N-K-A. Anyway, beside the point, that's what my next project is. And today, as if you've just tuned in, just give you a little bit of an insight. I build all my boats by photographs. I don't build them by scale. I don't build anything by kit, and I build them out of anything I can find, mainly balsa wood, but any bits and pieces, as you've probably seen in my other vlogs, I tend to put them all together and just build them from a photograph and try and work out the scale myself. So far, this morning, I've only been a few hours on this, and I've never done a hull of this type. They're a very unusual hull. They're very pointy, the keel right up to the bow, and actually the bow and the stern look very similar. They're similar in height. They curve up, which is going to be pretty difficult, I think, but you know, I should get there. I'm hoping to anyway. I'll keep my fingers crossed. Hope I don't lose my temper with it. But shaping the keel is going to be really hard. So I thought, well, I've looked at a couple of videos on how they actually build ships or boats of this type by hand. And of course it's all out of natural timber over there. So what I've done so far is that I've got the main rib designed. So this is obviously the bottom end of the keel, and I've done the bow and the stern exactly the same. Now what I've done now, and if I just move this camera just a little bit if I can, give you a bit of an idea. Okay, so what I've done is I've positioned these, I've numbered them all, I've cut out, these are out of the balsa wood, but to make them stronger, what I've done is I've just put a little bit of pine in there, and they slot over as such, like that, and they'll be glued into position. And I've got 4 along here, because I've noticed that with these type of boats, all the keels are just around about the same through the centre and through the centre or through the midships. In other words, they're about the same width, and then they start to angle in only on the bow and up. So I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. This is how I build my boats. I go along, I try different things, and if that doesn't work, I'll do something else. So it's trial and error on my part, which I enjoy doing, because if you're ever building boats, and a lot of my colleagues and that and on the internet build boats by kits, and I would find that really easy. It's a matter of looking at your plan and joining A to B and B to C and etc etc etc. But of course, there's a lot of skill to it. You know, you're reading off plans and you're doing everything, and everything's got to be fine tuned. I can understand that. I'm not having a go at them, but this way I find really challenging, and hopefully it'll work out very very close. I'm very proud of what I've done with the hovercraft and the Emmyloo. I've had really good reports from people on the Emmyloo, and I've actually had a email from the organisers at Echuca that run the Emmyloo. So thank you very much. I really appreciated that. I just sent them a photograph, and I got a lovely email back, because there's a few of us that have done the paddle steamers here in Victoria, which hopefully we'll get up there again one day. But anyway, so that's what I've done so far. So that's the start of the ribs, and I'll put that together today, and hopefully I can start to get the base of this of the bunker boat together. I'm going to use a very thin, obviously, balsa wood. It's very very light, so I've got to be very careful. I'll probably have to put imitation ribs, I'd say, only light, but up through the balsa wood as I go, because the balsa wood, as you can imagine, sorry, this is the balsa wood that I'm using, so it's nice and flexible. As you can see, you can steam it, so I'm just hoping it's going to bend in the right directions. It's very hard to cross the grain, of course, but it's easy to twist. So that's what I'm hoping when I start to get up to the bow and the stern, that I can actually twist it in such a shape. And I do have a steamer, so I might have to try that and then set it up as jigs. But as I said, it's all trial and error. So that's it so far. Alright, I'll get back into it. I'm really enjoying this. Is Father's Day, by the way, to in Australia down here. And happy Father's Day to everyone else. And, I'm here because, of course, the partner's a healthcare worker, and she's doing double shift today because they're so short, and they're working hard. So I take off my hat to all the health workers in Victoria at the moment, working really hard, long shifts, and we really do appreciate it. All right, so God bless to everybody out there working hard, and we'll get along with this and just see how we go. The other one actually only took me 3 weeks, so I think this might take me a little bit longer, but anyway, it keeps me busy, sort of retired, so yeah, and it's a lovely day. I wish I was outside and doing other things, but not lucky enough to do that. Alright, so all the best, God bless, and stay safe, and don't forget to like or subscribe, really appreciate it, or pass on your comments, and yeah, we'll catch you around again. All the best, bye bye.